off there. So people are going forth to establish their own righteousness. I guess Esau might be listening, and that's never happened before. They just cut the show right off. So we're going to keep on moving. We're in Zechariah 14 and 16. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which have came against Jerusalem shall go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. So we're going to keep the holidays of the Most High, all 12 of them. All right? That's what the Lord said. And the nations are going to be left. They're going to be saved. Okay? To serve captivity, not saved to be like the Israelites and rule anything. Brothers get messed up and perplexed when I use the word saved. You know, I can save, a dish from the store and bring it to my house. That's, I'm not going to make it, any kind of king in the house. Is going to be put in his place as a dish. Instead of sitting there on a shelf, not doing nothing. All right? So it says, and it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem, when the black Jews rule it again, to worship the King and Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain. And if the family of Egypt go not up and come not, that have no rain, there have no rain, there shall be the plague whereof the Lord shall smite the heathen that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. This shall be the punishment of Egypt and the punishment of all nations that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. In that day there shall be upon the bells, in that day shall there be upon the bells of horses holiness unto the Lord, and the pots in the Lord's house shall be like the bowls before the altar. Yea, every pot in Jerusalem and in Judah shall be holiness unto Yahweh of hosts, and all they that sacrifice shall come and take of them and sieve thereof. And in that day there shall be no more the Canaanite in the house of the Lord. There ain't going to be no heathens up in us trying to be us. There's going to be no mix of peoples. It's going to be Israelites by blood. And we're going to do sacrifices again. You can use the scripture to prove that. It's going to be sacrifices. When this time comes, it's coming back. Okay? Not for the sins of Israel. We're done. But for the nations. Okay? For what they've done. And for other trespass offerings and peace offerings and different offerings are going to be done. You see? It's not going to be the level it was in the past, but this is the scripture. So right here, and I hope my last tape, because they cut this tape off, so I'm moving on into, this is the Back to the Basics Bible class. My name is Brother Chaarash, and we got new people coming back on. I hope they come back on, and I hope this is taping. And if not, we're getting it out to you that's listening. Shalom, Brother Eric. Okay, the other people kind of fell off because the class went off Esau. That probably deliberately happened, but we're going to move on and teach these scriptures. Okay, and if that first class don't come out, then I'm going to do it again. Okay, them scriptures that I brought out. We're going to move on in the Most High and do this. John 13, okay, 34. John 13, 34. It's going to get out. You can't stop the word. It's been a long time, but now is the time. John 13 and 34. It says, a new commandment I give you unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye love one another. So this is a commandment right here. It's nothing hard. It's not new. We just make it hard. This is a commandment that we love each other. But how do we love each other? Okay? It's right here in 2 John, the 6th verse. Okay? Because I'm hearing, the love of Christ got nothing to do with Moses. Are you kidding me? Okay? Come on, man. It got all to do with Moses. Christ was brought up on Moses. He was a child and a student of Moses' law. That's why he was perfect, keeping laws. How's someone going to make an asinine statement like that? 2 John, 6th verse. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is a commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in it. From the beginning, mean back to Moses, back to Adam, if you want to go back that far. So this is a love that Christ was talking about, that we should walk with each other in. Dietary law, ceremonial laws, and how to deal with marriage ceremonies and sacrificial ceremonies and different things you got to do, and holiday ceremonies. Dietary law is to eat foods to eat and not to eat. Okay? And you have the civil laws on how to be civilized and how to run a civilization. Okay? Then you have the moral laws and how to deal with each other in conflict resolution and things you have with family, to have morals, okay, and have virtue amongst each other, and how to keep the love and keep the peace, how to have morals with your children and not do the things that's going on today with children, and how to morals with your boss and morals with people around you, morality. You know, these are the laws, okay? So it's all in the scriptures of how we're supposed to deal, but a lot of people don't want to deal like that. Okay, let's go to Matthew 22. Matthew 22. And read that. 22:36-40. Master, which is a great commandment in the law? Yahweh said unto them, who is Jesus, people know him as, thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. See, here's the one I read earlier in the scriptures. This is the good neighbors now, okay? When they loving you and want to, do the laws of the Most High. If they don't love you, then you ain't got to love them. If you've done all the reconciliation that you've done to try to love anybody, then you have to go the other way. But in peace, and you keep it moving. Or if it goes a little further, you got to do what you got to do. This is what's going on. But let love be in the front of everything you do. That's the only way we're going to do it. So it says, and the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So if I got to sit back and learn how to love myself before I love somebody else. So I got to go back and see, what do I do for myself? I feed myself right. I try to do this. So when I'm looking at someone else, I'm doing the same thing. When we make that mistake, then the Most High shakes you up. You got to look at yourself. And if you're doing all you can for yourself and they still don't love you, then you got to keep on moving with yourself and go find someone who can love yourself when you've learned to love yourself, and someone that loves themselves so they can love you. All right? So it says, on these two commandments hang all the law of the prophets. So on these two commandments, they hang together. Moses' law hangs with Christ's law. Christ's law hangs with Moses' law. There ain't no division. There's no done away with. You think the Lord made a mistake with Moses? Did all that with Moses? Okay, that's done away with. I made a mistake there. You're saying the Lord made a mistake. Let's just do what Christ did and just love at random the way you feel. Christ was going to the law. Let's go to the book of John, right? 5:45. Christ loved by the law. How else was Christ loving people? You tell me what book Christ learned how to love from. Hindu book, the Quran, Book of the Dead, he learned from the Bible, Moses. So it's very irresponsible to say that Moses' law done away with, we just got to deal with Christ. You're half right. Christ will look at you like you're crazy. You saying a statement like that. John 5:45, prove what I just said. We're going to read it. John 5:45. On down. Okay, to the end. Do not think that I will accuse you to the Father. There was one that accused you, even Moses, in whom you trust. For had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not in his writings, how should you believe my words? How clear does it have to be? How you going to believe Christ and don't believe Moses' words? Christ's words were Moses' words. He just brought a more high level of clarity to it. Okay? That's all he did. Everything Christ said, because Moses wrote of Christ. That's what Moses said. Christ was brought up on Moses' law. A lot of us coming in midstream, we think we know it all. We coming in when we're 30 and 25. Man, he was brought up on the law. Every Israelite was brought up on the law of Moses. The New Testament is an extension and an expression of Moses' law, and a mature expression. We was kids back then, but the law was been mature since it was made. That's why the new covenant and the old covenant are the same. He's going to put his laws in our inward parts. It's the same thing in Jeremiah 31 and Hebrews 8 and 8. Read that. They're the same law. When Moses came with the law and he broke it, then he went back up and got it written again. There weren't no new commandments written. It was the same ones that broke. One was when you was kids, you dropped it. Oops. Then he said, well, you're going to do this again. Okay? You're going to get it right now, because you know what happens when you break the law. You break yourself. And we've been getting broken for thousands of years. Now, same law. Y'all, you learned your lesson now? Here's the same law. Moses coming back down through Christ. And Christ was coming with the same law that made him perfect to make you and me perfect again. Okay? There's no new law floating around the Lord going to present. Here's the law. I'm going to put this in your heart. Boom. What new law is going to take? We're going to have the same earth, same history, same you, same me, same Christ, but a new law. If the Most High gave us a new law, shouldn't we be learning it right now? Okay? Doesn't make no sense. We're learning this Bible, the whole Bible. So we have to put it in perspective when we speak words. Matthew 5:17. I got to go there. I'm just going basic Bible. That's all. This is what class is. Welcome to the Back to Basics Bible class. And I'm going to bring out basic scriptures. Some of y'all heard, but some of y'all got to hear it again and again and again. And I hope we get it. Okay? Shalom, my brothers and sisters watching the show. Okay? Matthew 5:17. Think not I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am come not to destroy, but to fulfill. Not that he did the law and we ain't got to do it now because Christ did it. That don't make no sense. No one can do the law for you. You got to eat your own food and not eat pig. You have to love yourself. Okay? You have to do the law. The law is a lifestyle. He just showed us how to live it and fulfilled it and showed it can be done in these human bodies. And Christ also fulfilled the prophecies of love and the law in his life and the things that he did. We're going to go there, what he fulfilled. They try to say, well, Christ fulfilled it, so we ain't got to do the law no more. So that means I can go commit adultery with your wife. You know? I can go in there and kill you, but the law done away with. Okay? I can break all the commandments and you can't even touch me. We just go buck wild in the world. Oh, there's some new law coming up. Love. Okay, well, how do I love? Homosexuals love. Is that all right? You know? Come on, man. Let's do this right. Let's grow up. For verily I say unto you, Matthew 5:18, till heaven and earth pass away, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Meaning fulfilling in us, learning this law, under this grace we're under, and fulfilling of the prophecies that Christ fulfilled, the things he did to show the law and to demonstrate to us the law can be kept. You can be perfect in the law. And we're all coming to that. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. Who shall do and teach them, the same shall be great in the kingdom of heaven. This is the side I want to be on. Any kind of level of great the Lord put me in, I'll clean floors in the kingdom of heaven. I'm going to be greater than anyone great in this world. All right? I'll hold the door. Let you into your castle because I know I'm going to be a rich doorman. I'm going to be a rich floor cleaner. Okay? Rich inside and out. Don't need money to be rich. You got to be rich here first, or your